I'm Roman Koshykar, Computing and Information Sciences Librarian and Graduate Services Coordinator at the RIT Library. This recording serves to introduce you as new graduate students to RIT to a very important online guide page, and this is part of the librarian's info guides. This guide is dedicated to presenting information and services for graduate students. Many of the services and other features discussed here apply to all students, but I have broken out that which is most important and most interesting to graduate students on this guide to put it all together into one place for you to have for a reference. You may want to revisit this guide as you study along the semester here at RIT. Each page of the guide has an embedded search summon box that allows you to discover the world of library content. You can also find this summon search directly on the library's main website, and that will search books, articles, and many other things, almost everything that we subscribe to. You can change this to search our databases. These are full-text collections that are often grouped by subject area. You can locate whether a particular journal is subscribed and locate the subscription details for that journal title. Or you can search the library catalog to see what books and other items we have in the library collection itself. Back to the guide. Another important thing to do here is to start by meeting your college librarian. And each of us, myself and several others, represent the different colleges at RIT, including the graduate programs housed in those colleges. And you can contact us by clicking on this Meet Your Librarian link. We are available in a number of ways. You can schedule virtual consultations using the Make an Appointment link, and I'll use my own as an example. So that will indicate when I am available to meet with a student, and in this particular fall 2020 semester, that will still be done virtually. And my email address and the contact information, names, photos, email addresses, and appointment links of all of the other college support librarians are found on this directory page. Along the guide itself, there are several other pages to be aware of in the left-hand menu. I mentioned searching for databases on the library's main website a few moments ago, and that uses our database finder. It's highly important to learn the key resources in your discipline. So go to the database finder page. You can subdivide our collections of databases by the type of resource they provide, such as dissertations and theses, or by the subject area, such as engineering. And again, learning the key databases, the key resources in your discipline is important. And it's something that your subject librarian can assist you with as well. The next page is merely a list of links out to other guides on our info guides system. Accessing library resources through Google Scholar is the newest of these, and that is very highly useful set of instructions for remote access when searching research information from off of the RIT Library campus. And there are other important resources here, writing and engineering and science resources, and other locations to search for past theses and dissertations written in the United States and around the world. The training page is something I'm not going to spend a lot of time on. Mostly I want to inform you that we provide online training through an institutional subscription to LinkedIn Learning. This could be very useful for you to learn many different topics outside of your courses. I also do provide some instruction on citation management systems like EndNote, Zotero, and Mendeley. In the fall 2020 semester, those will very likely be delivered virtually. So check back here as I formulate my plans for virtual citation management instruction for this semester. Services page, again, some of these resources may be of less use given our modified scheduling and modified list of services available during the fall 2020 semester. So I won't spend a lot of time talking about borrowing physical books from other libraries through Access Card or Connect New York. That information will remain on the guide when those services can safely resume. Most useful to you this semester will be IDS Express Interlibrary Loan. If you find out of anything that you cannot find in our library collections, we may be able to get a copy via IDS Express, which is also sometimes called Interlibrary Loan. Follow that link and log in with your RIT username and password to begin the process of requesting an item to be borrowed from another library. The support page provides some links to some things that may be of interest to you, some recommended readings about being a graduate student, a link to our university writing programs page on graduate writing support. This is important to review, to understand what the Writing Commons and University Writing Program at RIT can and cannot do for graduate students. So I invite you to review that on your own. And there is also a link to our ScholarWorks digital repository, which houses the final published theses and dissertations written by RIT graduate students. And you can use that to locate theses and dissertations written in the past by students in your own programs. On the tools page, there are links out to other info guides on using citation management systems. So if I am only able to provide virtual instruction for this semester, these guide pages will provide self-starting instructions for using EndNote and Zotero and Mendeley. If you have not used one of these systems, I highly recommend you take a look at one of them and begin to experiment with it to see how it can help you organize your research and enhance your writing by adding properly formatted citations and bibliographies. And we also have a link to our dissertation and thesis calculator, which is a time management tool, an online project management tool for graduate students. Have a look at that if it may be of interest to you. And I have information here on adding things to your web browsers that can help you with research. The Google Scholar button, the Unpaywall plugin, and the Copernio plugin. Given the brief nature of this video introduction, I don't have time to explain everything about all three of these plugins, but the information will live here for you to review on the tools page of the info guide. So please, if you have any interest in exploring those, return to this page and review those to see what they can do for you. Now, this may sound premature, but this is simply a link to our official thesis submission instructions. It's the final page in the guide directory, but it goes to its own place. If you are in a thesis or dissertation track, when the time comes for you to publish your thesis or dissertation, you will want to review these instructions, and they will be kept up to date as time goes by. This concludes my introduction to the Information and Services for Graduate Students guide, and I invite everybody to do two things: return to this guide, review the information on your own, and meet your college and your graduate program's librarian and understand what we do and how we can assist you in your studies at RIT. Thank you.